In this video, I am going to show you how you can start a blog. I'm going to give you a free domain to do it, and I'm also going to show you the very best way to create blog posts quickly and easily with no hassle. If you've never done this before, this is going to be the easiest way to ever create a blog. So I'm going to start this video off a little bit differently than we usually do. I'm going to show you this entire blog step by step, how you can create it, all the benefits that you're going to get, everything that you can do with it, how amazing this blog really is, and the new way of creating it so easily. I wish I knew this when I started. I'm going to share with you how quick it is to create a blog post, how fast you can get every blog post up and running, and plus you don't even have to do it yourself. You can use Fiverr.com or websites like that for people to do it for you. I'm going to show you the easiest way of doing this. And then after all of that goodness, I'm then going to show you how you can do it yourself, how you can start, and then you can follow along with me again and get this running. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait to show you. Let's get going. Okay, so the first thing I want to show you is the best resource for any images that you want to use on your blog. This is the most incredible website I've ever used since I've been doing this. And this is Unsplash.com. We love these guys. They're amazing because it's completely free. The quality of these images is just incredible. They use photographers from all around the world. Just take a look at these images. They speak for themselves. Look at this. They are just incredible, and there's all kinds of genres here, all kinds of subjects. There's product images, there's images of the ocean, mountains, of beautiful rivers and waterfalls. There's even images of London buses. There is absolutely everything that you're looking for here, from wallpapers, textures, nature, current events, architecture, business and work, film, animals, travel, fashion, food and drink, spirituality. There's everything here. So if I go on travel, just look at travel. There is millions and millions of images on here. This is just an incredible resource that anyone can use to make their blog or their website really stand out using quality images. So I definitely recommend going over to Unsplash, and you can start downloading images immediately. And even better, make an account with them, because then you can create your own little folders to keep all these images together. This is what we use every single day on all our websites and all our blogs. So all you have to do is click on an image, it'll come up, and you can heart it at the top, you can collect it if you've made an account, and you can download it straight away just by clicking download. And that has downloaded for me, and it's ready for me to use straight away. So here I am on the WordPress dashboard, and congratulations, this is where you get to edit your blog and create it and grow it, make it look amazing. Or of course your website, and this is where you can bring it to life. You're going to see this screen a lot because there's so many options here that you can play around with. And I'm going to show you quickly how each one works. It's really easy. Anyone can do this. I'm going to show you every step. I'm going to start by keeping this area organized by crossing these little notifications, and then click here to remove the coming soon page, because you want to make this as easy as possible for you to view your blog while you create it. Okay, now you've done that, your site is now live, so you can see it while you create it. There's no guessing work, and everything looks as it should. So now we want to install your new theme, and a theme is the look and feel of your website. It's how it functions and looks. And so let's go down to appearance and then themes here. And it's going to say that you've got active the 2019 theme. We're not going to use that. It's a great theme. But for this new blog of yours, we are going to use something even better. I've done so much research into the best themes to use, and this is by far the best one right now. So it's called Astra. So type that in the search. That will come up on the left here. Perfect, there it is. So now all you have to do is click on install and then activate it when you're ready. Excellent. So now it says thank you for installing Astra. So now let's click on Get Started. It's going to activate a couple of plugins that you need for this theme. doing it all for you, so no problems. Then it's going to ask you what page builder that you want to use. I am going to go with Elementor. It's incredible. So let's go with Elementor and click on next. And now it's going to take you to Astra's starter sites, and these are really amazing, and there are so many amazing sites here that you can choose from. But again, I have done the work for you already. There's no need to guess which one to go for or to look into these. I have chosen the best one for you to use for your new blog. And it's right here. This is called the Fashion Lifestyle blog. And it doesn't matter if it's fashion or lifestyle. You can use this blog for anything that you want to do. It's just what it's named, and right now it's how it looks. But we're going to change this completely, really, really quickly, and so easily. Literally, it takes clicks to do. So let's click on there, and it's going to give you a little preview. There we go. And this is how it looks pretty much. Now it's a little bit squashed because it's got this bar on the left. As you can see, this is how it looks right here. But if we scroll up and down, you get a really nice sense of how this works and the whole look and feel of your new blog. It's amazing. Anyway, we're gonna go down here to import site. So click on import site, and that is going to import this beautiful blog in just a couple of minutes. So I'm going to see you in a moment when that's all done. And there we go. Now let's go and view site. Get ready for this. It's amazing. There's your new blog. It's that easy. And now all you have to do is edit just a couple of things. Really easy and quick to do. It is so easy to do, guys. I can't wait to show you. To come out of here, if you haven't got another tab open, just go up here and then click on Dashboard. Okay, I'm back on the dashboard. Now let's go to Pages and All Pages, and we'll have a look in here. So you might have lots of default pages. I'm just going to remove any that we don't need. So I'm going to remove this one. I'm going to remove this one. And I'm going to remove that one as well. And I'm just going to keep the home, blog, and contact. So select those and then go down here and remove the trash and apply. Perfect, then you're left with those pages, and that's all that we need to do. Then go to posts and all posts, and this is where your blog posts all live, and you're going to have a few default ones. I'm going to click here to select all of these, and then I'm going to uncheck 3 of them, just so when we look at the blog you can see how it looks and functions. So I'm going to remove to trash for all the rest of those, and you're going to be left with 3 default posts. I am going to show you how to create your own blog posts, of course, but we're going to have a look at these to see how they're made and put together. This is a really good way of learning how blog posts are created, and you can even use these as templates going forward. You don't even need to recreate a whole new blog post. You could reuse these posts for your own blog. Okay, this is where it gets really exciting, because we're going to go back to Pages and All Pages now, and I am going to show you how you can customize your home page. This is your home page right here, and you've got Edit, Quick Edit, Trash, View, and Edit with Elementor. We just want to click on Edit with Elementor, and this is going to take us to Elementor, which allows you to completely customize, move anything around that you want to, and change colors, text, fonts, add in links and buttons and images and videos, and pretty much anything you can think of. It's absolutely amazing. So I'm going to make this bigger, just like this. There we go. That means we can see what we're doing a lot more clearly. And there you got some amazing images right here. These look so good. And you can keep anything that you want here, or you can remove anything that you want. It's completely customizable. It looks so good. I really hope that you're excited and you're happy with your new upcoming blog. Can't wait for you to finish doing this. It's amazing. Here's your menu at the top and your social media icons and a logo. I'm going to show you exactly how to edit all of those. So let's get going. So I'm going to open up a new tab, and here is my finished blog. So all I've done on this header here is change the background image and then change the font. I've gotten rid of one of the buttons and kept one button right here. Going down, I've kept these. I've moved a couple of these sections around and I've customized how they look. I've changed some colors, some images. I've added this element in right here, this section in right here, and I have added these images. I'm going to show you a great resource where you can get images as well. I've customized this footer down here, which I think looks so cool. This is an amazing looking footer, and it's got a button where people can click to get started and view your blog or anywhere that you want them to go. And so it's a really simple, minimalistic, but very effective, clean, beautiful looking homepage with no frills. You know, you don't need it to be complicated. This is a blog, and this is one beautiful looking blog. This is all you need. So again, on the header, we're going to change the image. You do that by going up to these icons right here. This one removes this whole section. So if I do that quickly, as you can see, it's disappeared. Now I can go, if I've done something that I want to undo, just go down here to history, and you want to click on editing started, and that will bring everything back that you've done previously. So this one will bring up the options on the left right here for that background image or that section, and this one will allow you to add a completely new section, but we don't want to do that, don't need to do that. So let's click on here to bring up the options, and it'll take you into layout, and you've got a few options here. You don't need to worry about those. Let's go to style, and then in here is where you can change the image. So let's do that. Let's change that image. Then you want to go to upload files and then select files. Then all you do is find the images that you want to use on your blog. Now I've got some images right here that I've downloaded from our friends over at unsplash.com. So these are my images, and I am going to use this one for the background image. So I click it and click open, and it just downloads or uploads onto your blog. There we go. And as you can see, you've got some other images right here. This is what came with the blog theme. So you can use those if you want to, of course. But I'm going to use this one. So insert media. And if I make that bigger again, there we go. Amazing. It's that quick. So then bring up those options again like that. And below the image, you've got some options. So you've got position, attachment, and repeat and size. So position means you can move the image around just like that. And this is really useful for choosing which part of the image that you want to show. I tend to always leave this on fixed because that keeps the image in place. It means the image doesn't move when people scroll around, so it creates this parallax effect, and I think that looks amazing. So there we go, that's your background image complete. Sometimes you can play around with background overlay. Means you can darken the image or make it lighter, which I'm going to do. Actually, I'm going to leave it like that, and there we go. Let's go back to background, and that is your background image done. So let's now do the text. Let's have a look at the finished website. So all I've done is customize what the text says here. So I'm going to do that now. I'm just going to change it to "Let's go surfing, South African vibes." Beautiful. If you've never been to South Africa, definitely recommend going. So let's change that. All you do is click and type in whatever you want. There we go. So I've done both of those texts, and all you literally do, as I said, is click to edit each one. And then in style, you can change the text color right here by just clicking here and choosing the text color that you want, and a few different options, but I wouldn't bother. In advanced, you can change the margin and padding by clicking here and then increasing top or bottom of each one. So if I increase the top padding, you'll see that all of this moves further down. So that could be really useful if you want to customize exactly where elements are placed inside your blog. It's really useful. Just change different things, and so just play around and see what happens. You can't break anything. Just undo it if you accidentally do something you don't want. I am going to remove one of these buttons, and it's entirely up to you. You can keep both of these. They're really cool. Watch video is really good. If you've got a video that you want people to watch, just click here and then add your link in here, and then people will be taken directly to that video. So if it's on YouTube, that's a great way of getting people to your channel. But I'm going to remove that for now by just right clicking on this pencil icon and then clicking on delete. And I'm going to keep this one. So I'm going to click on here. And again, you can add your link in here for that button and change what the text says there. I'm just going to change it to view blog. I'm not going to have an icon, but if you want an icon, they're right here. And it might not be removed straight away, but once you update here to save everything that you've done, that will be removed and it won't show up. And you can use the alignment here to align the button, and as well as all kinds of different options here. Again, play around. In style, you've got different colors for the button. So you've got the text color and the background color. As you can see, the background color is transparent, so you can see the image behind it. And hover is really cool because once you hover on the button, it changes. As you can see, the text changes to black and the background color changes to white. And that is, as you can see, it's set right there, text black, background white. So if you change any of those, that's going to show up when people scroll over the button. You've got a hover animation, and that is grow. As you can see, it grows bigger. They can be really fun to use. If you just click here, you can choose any of those. And we're done. So let's click on update to save that. Always remember to update. And I'm happy to say that you've just completed your header, and that is looking amazing. And that took us just a couple of minutes to do. There we go. So let's scroll down to the next section. And in fact, let's go to the finished website and see what we've got. So there we go. I've got I've got the same sections. I've just edited each one to, slightly to how I wanted it. So I've changed this color. You can see the color here is like a salmon kind of corally color. So I'm going to change that right here by clicking here. And I think it's in style. There we go, yeah. So it's in color right here. And you can just change that by clicking here. There we go. And that's how you change it. You just choose any color that you want and it'll change. So I've changed the text as well. And I've got a button and the image. So let's do that. So again, to change the text, you just click on it. Just changed it to that just for this video. And I've left the button as it is, but again, you just click on it to change it and then add in your link and change the icon if you want to, whatever you want. And then the image right here. So I'm going to click right here to change that image and click here again. Then upload files and select files. And I'm just going to use this image, then open and just insert media once that's done. Now I'm going to move this image up slightly. So I'm going to go to advanced and I'm going to change the bottom one. Yeah, I think that's it. So I'm going to increase that. There we go. I'm just going to keep it like that. There we go. I think that looks really good. Beautiful. So I'm going to keep that like that. And then that is that section completed. So the next one is this one. So you want to remove these sections here by just clicking the cross like this. So here I am, just click on this cross to remove these. It's like a testimonial section. I'm just going to remove all of these. And then you'll be left with your footer just like this and the other elements that we've been using. If we have a look on the finished website, the next section is this really nice section, and it just kind of shows a couple of or few blog posts that you've created. You can input any blog posts that you want to. So it doesn't have to be ones that you've just made, which is really great because you can choose which blog posts you want to feature here. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've removed the sections that I'm not going to use because going forward, I am just for this last section just above your footer, I'm going to show you how to create a new section that we're going to use, the one that I've just showed you. So first you want to click here on the plus and then click on this folder right here. This is going to take you into the templates area, which is Elementor's ready-made pages and blocks and templates. And these are all pretty amazing. They're all ready-made and ready to go. And you've got some free ones, you've got some paid for ones if you want to go with Pro, but we're just going to use the free ones for now. And feel free to use anything that you want here, but if we just scroll down here a little bit, you're going to see a template called About Art Gallery page. And this is the one. If you click on here, you can have a little go with it and see what it looks like. These are fantastic actually. But this is the section that we're going to use. We're just going to use this one section, but it allows us to insert everything. So if we just click on insert, you're going to see that it's going to put that into your website. This is just incredible the way this is done. I mean, you had to spend many months to create things like this before. So we're not going to use this top one. We're just going to use this section right here. So I'm going to click on the cross to remove that, keep that one, and I'm going to remove everything else by just clicking the cross, just like that. Easy. Okay, so if I make this bigger, there's our beautiful new section ready to go. Alright, so just like before, all you have to do is edit what you want. So you can edit the text. Either of these texts right here, you just click on them, write whatever you want there, you can align it, and you can add a link in if you want to. Style, text color, typography, just like I showed you before. And down here you've got 3 different images with their own titles or headings, and you can change the image by clicking here and then style. There's the image right there. You can change that, and then you can change the heading there. And what I like to do with this is actually add in a link, because then you can, I mean, if you wanted to, since we're creating a blog, you can, this could be different blog posts that you want to use, like I've told you. And then you're in control of which blog posts that your readers or your visitors, your viewers see when they come to your blog or your website. So you can choose which ones that you're showing them and which ones that they're going to read. So if you click on this this text here, you can then add in a link, and that will make that clickable to the blog post that you want them to go to. And again, with this, you can change the text by going to style, and if you click on the pencil icon and go to style or advanced, and then background, I think it is, yeah, then you've got a color here. You can change the background color of that button right there. So this could be absolutely anything that you want. But as you can see on the finished website, I've gone with like a grey or very light kind of blue kind of color right there. Yeah, so these ones are each of these would be clickable. I haven't made them clickable, but they can be, and then each one goes to a separate blog post. It's a really good way of getting whichever blog posts that you want in front of people, basically. So again, as you can see, I've gone ahead and changed those colors just by changing the color in here and selecting whatever I wanted. Okay, we're getting through this so quickly, it's great. So here below, the other section we've just done is your footer, and we've got some social media icons I'm going to show you how to add in. Really cool button right there. So let's get on and do that. So all I've done here is change the size of the text really, and the font. So if I go to typography, I can change that size right there, make it a bit smaller. I think that looks nicer. Then on here you've got a little divider. You can change the weight by going here, and I'm going to remove this one completely. Again, change the size of this text in style, typography, and then I've got a button, and you can link this to go wherever you want. I'm also going to add in some social media icons because they are always really useful to have. So if you click on this icon up here and then type in social, use this one, just click and drag those over, and anywhere there's a blue line you can just drop those in just like that, and then go to style again, change the size. I'm going to have it about like that. So then just click on them and you can edit that on the left. In content, you can go to Facebook, Twitter or Google Plus, and you can add more of those platforms in right there. You can move them about. Then you can remove them completely by clicking on the cross. And if you click on them, as I said, you can add in your platform's link right there. You can change the colors and so on. All really straightforward, really easy. You can align them left, center and right there. And that is your footer completed, so people can visit you on Facebook or whatever platform that you're on. And I'm really happy to tell you that you have completed your homepage or your front page, and this is looking really, really great. I am going to show you how you can change this logo up here and the menu and then change these, again, these platform icons and links right there, and we're going to remove this down here because I don't really like it, and you don't really need it down there. So let's do that right now. So let's go back here and then click to update everything so you've saved it, and let's go to the finished website, and here's your footer again. This is looking so good, and we're probably going to do the contact page next. Then I'll show you how you can change the logo and these icons right there, and then we'll be going into how to create a blog post and manage your blog. So when you've saved, click here and then click on exit to dashboard to go back to your dashboard, and I'm going to show you how to do your contact page, which is just going to take a couple of minutes. So from here, go to all pages and then find your contact page and go to edit with Elementor. And here we are again in Elementor, and this is your contact page. Let's make it full screen. So this is your page right now, and we're going to edit this. So if we go to the finished website and have a look at what that looks like. So this is our contact page. This is looking really beautiful. So that's what we're going to do. I've gotten rid of the shape down here. I like this more. I've added a different image. The text is different, and then I've added these social media icons, or I've changed the color at least. So let's go do that. So here we are on the contact page, and if we click here and then let's go to style and then go to shape divider and then go to bottom, you've got some waves. Let's change that to none, and that's going to remove those that shape at the bottom of your header there. So now let's go back to background, and you can change the image right there. I'm going to use the image that I uploaded earlier because I love that. So let's insert media. Amazing, love it. And then go to advanced, and I'm going to change is it the top? Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm going to reduce this top padding by quite a lot because that's a really big header. We don't need it that big at all, so I'm going to just keep on reducing it just like this. Let's try 150. And now all we want to do is, I'm going to remove that. I'm going to click on, actually I'm going to remove this section by right clicking and deleting. And then I'm going to click here, center that, and I'm going to change that to contact. And then I'm just going to make this bigger in style and in size. Something like that, and that is looking already incredibly better. And there we go, your header is completed. You'll see you've got a little bit of code here. I'm just going to remove this. This is a WP Forms code for a contact form, but we're not going to use that, so I'm going to remove the whole section. And then for each of these things, I'm just going to click on each one and then center it. And then for each of these, I'm going to go to content, and then I'm not going to use the icon, so I'm going to remove that, and that should center them automatically like that. And then these are your social media icons. If you click here, it will show up, and it's going to, there we go, in color. I'm going to use the official color. That looks a lot better, I think. And I'm going to center those. There we go. That is looking really nice. And then of course for this icon right here, you can change it, you can use any icon you want by changing it right there. And that is pretty much your contact page done. Of course you can change this image and any of this text just like usual. So now remember to update to save your contact page, and then click here again and go back to dashboard. And you've just completed your contact page. That was super quick. So this is the finished website, and this is your blog. This is what the blog looks like with all the blog posts on it. This is each blog post right here. So it's in a really nice, it's set out really nicely, and you've got a sidebar here with recent posts and categories, so people can see all the posts that you've done and the different categories that you talk about, as well as a search up here so that people can use. And all someone has to do is click on one of these posts and it takes them directly to it, and these look really nice. And as I said, you can use these different blog posts as kind of like templates to use for each of your posts going forward, so you don't need to recreate blog posts. You can do this like really quickly if you want to. It's entirely up to you. Each one has got like some images in it and different headings and paragraphs and stuff like that. And then you've got some social platforms down here so people can get to your different platforms there, and people can comment at the bottom. So if we go back here to edit it, let's go to all pages, and then let's go to the blog when that comes up. Here's our blog. So we're not going to edit the blog because we don't really need to do that. It's working, it's fully functional and working for us already. All you have to do is go to posts and then all posts up here. And this is how you basically edit your entire blog. You just create the posts and they automatically get added to it and all that. So these are the blog posts that you just saw. These are the default blog posts. So that was that road trip shopping one that I showed you. And then to edit this, you just click on edit. And that will take you into WordPress's blog post editor, basically. And this is it right here. Now, this kind of looks, it looks very similar to what we saw. If I go back to it, what we saw in the finished blog post. It's very, very similar. It looks pretty much exactly like it does in here. So it's good to visualize how it's going to look as you edit these and how you create them. So here you've got your title. This is what the blog post is titled right here. And then here we've got a heading, and here we've got right here we've got a paragraph. So to edit both of these, all you do again, you just click on it and it lets you type in and edit exactly what you want. Down here is like another paragraph, and this is like a header. And you can change things around by clicking on here. You can align it, you can bold it, and there's really a lot you can do in here. There's more options, and you can duplicate, insert links, and edit the HTML and all kinds of things. But as I said, you can use these as templates. You don't need to change too much. Just as you use this, you can learn as you go, and don't worry about it. It's very easy to use once you get used to it. You've also got settings on the right here for you to play around with. Once you click on something, its different options will come up right here. So in the block, so if I click on this heading again, you see the options for that come up here. Then the separator right here, you can add in a separator, just like that, and then the thickness. All kinds of different little things that you can use just to make your posts really unique. You've got spacing, and you can change that. Just as I said, play around, get used to how it all works really. So for the paragraph, again, you've got font size. You can add in a drop cap, which looks really, really cool, really professional. That makes the first letter really, really big. You've got color settings, and in advanced, you can add in some CSS, which is some code. I wouldn't worry about that at all. You've got a separator right here, which is really useful to separate the content on your blog. So if we go back to it, that's that little line right here. That kind of divides sections of your blog post up. So if you want to talk, if you go on to the next subject or something, I don't know, it's just a really good way of separating things up, breaking things up. It looks really, really good. So underneath that, you've got a heading, which is this right here. And you can move things around using these arrows, move up and move down, or you can move it by clicking and dragging it right there. And if I just click out of there, this is your separator, right? If you scroll above or below it, and this applies to anything on your blog post, you see this heading. If I go below it, this little plus icon comes up, and that is an add block icon. So if I click that, you can add in all of these different blocks that come up. So headings, images, paragraphs, a gallery, audio, list, quote. You can even add in a file for people to download. You've got common blocks, which are the ones I just showed you. Formatting, such as code and kind of advanced stuff in there. Layout elements, so you've got buttons and columns and probably separators, spacers, page breaks, widgets, all kinds of things in it. You can even search for blocks. There are probably hundreds of different things you can use. So I can't be going into everything, but pretty much anything you want to use in there. So this is how you create a blog post. You just add in different blocks and build them up as you want them to look, basically. Here's another paragraph, and you've got images on the right here. You can change the image by clicking on the pencil icon, and it's going to take you to the media library where you can swap images and add in anything that you want right there. And this applies to every different image. Just click on the pencil icon, you can duplicate them right there. So it's really self-explanatory. For anything that you hover over, you can see it comes up with an explanation of what it is. So that's a paragraph, that's another paragraph. These are icon. This is an icon list apparently, but really it's your social media icons. If you click on that, there we go. On the right, you've got the options: icon 1, icon 2. So if I click on icon 1, it's your Facebook, and you can change it an icon or an image. You can add in a link, obviously, to your Facebook page. Change the number of icons as well. There we go. You can add in lots and lots of icons just like that. That's really cool, actually. I like that. And then really easy to do, and that's how you edit those icons. That is pretty much it, how you create a blog post. To add in a new blog post, of course, you would you'd go to posts and add new, and then this whole area would be blank, and you just build it up as you go using those blocks like I showed you. Just be creative and do what you want. You can't break anything, you can't go wrong. Just see how you go, play around with it. So I'm going to go back to all posts. I'm just going to leave that how it is, and I'm just going to keep these 3 default posts right there. And I'll just quickly show you what the blank post looks like. So if I go to add new, this is what it's going to look like. So you start by adding in a title, and then you can add in your content right there by adding blocks in. So headings, paragraphs, images, just like you saw in that last blog post. You can even have that up to reference it as you create them, or you could have the finished blog up. Oh, one thing I did forget to show you, if we go back to that post that we were just on, that you probably want to know is the featured image. So if we go on to featured image right here, you want to make sure that you've added in a featured image, and this image is the main image that you see at the top here. So you definitely want to use a featured image. Really engaging, and it looks great. You can also use categories. Here you can add in different categories for people to click on. These will show up beside your blog post, so people can go to other blog posts and see what else you've been talking about. Okay, I'm back on the dashboard, and the last thing to show you is in appearance and customize. And this is where you can change your logo, your blog's colors, the overall kind of behind the scenes settings of your blog kind of thing. So here we go. This is the customizer, and it shows you what your blog looks like or your website, and you've got global, and then here is typography, and this is going to be the font or the typography for your entire blog, or the body and content basically in this case. This is the size, the weight, so you've got all kinds of kind of like settings there. Here's the headings, so you can change the font for your headings, heading 1, heading 2, and so on. You've got colors, base colors, and you can change those here. So there's that like light pink theme color. You can change that right there if that's not your thing. Go back, and then in container you've got some settings there. And here's the buttons. You can change the colors and borders for those. And let's go to the header now. Site identity, and this is where your logo is. So at the moment it's got this default logo. You can remove that, or you can just change the logo right there. If you would change the logo, if you click on change, it's going to take you to the media library. So if you have got a logo, go to upload files and select files and upload your logo, and then just import that, and it will be imported and you'll see it come up right there. You probably want it to have a transparent background, because otherwise it's going to show up against this white background. So make sure it's got a transparent background. You can also use a different logo for Retina devices and mobile, and you can change the logo width. You can have a site icon, which is the little icon that comes up next to your website address. Here's your site title and your tagline, which are really good to write something in. So your site title could be your company name or your brand name. And you've got a tagline, which you can use to write a bit about you and your brand or your company, what you do, just something really small right there. So let's go back. You've got primary header, a few options in there. I won't go into everything here. You've got transparent header. Here's your blog. You've got the blog and archive. So this is how the posts are structured. So you've got the featured image at the top, then you've got the title, then you'll have all the content of your blog. Then you've got comments, category, and author. Nothing that really you need to worry about there. Then in a single post, you've got the featured image again, title and blog and comments and so on. Same kind of thing. Then you've got your sidebar, which we will be going into in a moment in widgets, so I'll go into that in a minute. Then you've got your footer right here. You've got footer widgets. Nothing in there right now, but you've got the footer bar, and you can completely disable that by clicking on disable there. You can change the layout to layout 1, which is one on top of the other, or you can have them like that. And you can change the different sections here. So you've got copyright information in there, and then you've got section 2, which is the footer menu. And you would change the footer menu in the menu, which I will be showing you very soon. I'm just going to disable this because I don't really want that below the footer that we've created already. So if we go down, that looks perfect like that. And we are done in here. So that is all good. So when you're ready, click on publish to save everything. And then we'll be back on the dashboard. And here we want to go to appearance and widgets. And this is going to be the sidebar. So here we go. This is the main sidebar. Now we've got search, recent posts, and categories. That's all the ones I'm going to keep. So I'm going to remove the others by clicking on delete. I'm going to just remove these ones and then remove those, and that is it, all done. And these other ones, there's nothing in these, so you don't need to worry about that, and you're done, all good. Now I'm going to show you how to edit your menu. So let's go to menus and then scroll down, and this is where you can edit your blog's menu. So here you've got blog, home, blog, and contact, and you just select those on the left here. You just tick them, select them like this, blog and contact, and then you can just add to menu, and they'll be added to your menu just like that. And then you can click and drag them to rearrange how your menu looks, and you can remove menu items by clicking here and just clicking on remove. You can add posts as well as custom links just there and categories, and that's about it. And now just save, and you've edited your menu. So let's have a look at your finished blog. This is looking absolutely amazing. People can go straight to your blog straight away using that button right there. And it's just got a beautiful, beautiful look to it. People are going to absolutely love coming to your blog and seeing what you've got in store for them. All your different blog posts, and this is looking so beautiful. And here's your amazing blog. I really hope you're happy. This is going to work so well for you. If you keep growing this, getting people over, reading your blog posts, they are going to love your blog and reading what you're talking about. Here's your contact page. This is looking so good. People can easily get in contact with you and find all your other social platforms so you can grow that community. So now you can follow along with me, watch this video again. I'm now going to show you how you can get your own free domain as well as super cheap hosting, so you can do this at minimal cost, very, very cheaply. And I've made this so easy to do that anyone can do this and start a blog in about 30 minutes. So just find the link in the description, start here, and click that, and it'll take you over to HostGator, and we've teamed up with HostGator to bring you a free 1-year domain as well as 60% off. So this is a really, really good deal, and only our watchers get this. So this is amazing. So let's now click on Get Started Now, and you'll be on this page. So now all you want to do is enter your domain or website name here, and then you can choose over here from .com, .online, site, store, website, anything that you want there. And as you can see here, it's saying get your free 1-year domain on hosting plans. So now scroll down, and here you can choose your package type and your billing cycle. I usually go with a year. This makes sure that you've got a really good chance of really succeeding with this, getting your website or your blog up and going, plus you get the full 60% off. So I'm going to go with a year. This is definitely the best option because you do get that free domain as well. So I would definitely recommend going with a year. That's what I'm going to go with. And then you can choose the hatchling plan. That's absolutely fine. And then enter a username and a security pin. Then scroll down again, and you want to enter in your billing info in here, and then just make sure you've got a good email address that you can access here, because HostGator are going to send you a couple of emails after you've done this, which you need. Then scroll down again, and it's added on a few additional extras which you can just untick because we don't need these right now. And in here you want to make sure that this has a website hero in it and validated, so make sure that that is in there and validate that. That is going to make sure that you get your 60% off and a free domain, so just make sure that that is in there. Then when you're happy, just click on checkout now, and you're going to be the owner of your very own website name, and you're now ready to start creating your website. So let's go. You're going to get a couple of emails from HostGator, and there's a few things in here like your username and password, so get those down, and then just click on the control panel link, which is this one here. Now scroll down, this is the control panel, and you want to find the software area, which is here. Then you've got a couple of things to do here. You want to go down to the PHP selector, which is this option here, and click on that. That's the first thing we want to do. Then you're going to be here, and we just want to update the default version, because right now, as you can see, it's on 5.4, which is an old version. So we want to click here, then just select PHP 7.0, that's fine, then update it. Perfect. Then click here to go back, and then click on Quick Install, and then click WordPress, and select your domain here from the drop down. Then click on Next, and then just fill in a few things like the blog title, admin user, first, last name, and your email address. And that should be all good, and then just click on Install, and then it'll install WordPress to your domain, and you're going to get these details. So make sure you write these down, make sure you write down your username and password, click on Login, and then you will see this screen, which is how you log into your website to start editing it. So just enter your username and password, and you'll now be on your dashboard, so you can go to the start of this video and you can follow along with me all the way step by step, and I'm going to show you how you can create the blog that you've just seen. So I really hope you've enjoyed this video. I've really enjoyed making this for you. If you've got any questions or you want to show off your new blog to our community, leave us a comment, and remember to subscribe and like this video to see all our future videos coming out. Thank you for watching. My name's Theo with Websites Made Easy.